We're on, Bea, right? Where are you based?
I'm based in the Midlands in England, so it's a small town called Tamworth, but I travel all over really.
Your class is from September 22nd to 24th, and it's on food photography and styling. Can you tell us what the class is going to involve?
Yeah, right. I'm really excited to take everybody on this journey into food photography and styling, and there is going to be a lot of things that we are going to talk about. So I think on the first day we will talk about the basics. So what makes a great food picture, and we'll talk about light because this is essential, in food photography, and how to take control over the gear. And I'll do a little demonstration, what's happening, the whole creative process. So I'll talk through that, demonstrate, doing a little demonstration at the same time. So on the second day, it will be mainly styling and a lot of shooting. So I can't wait to shoot the food that you're gonna get in the studio for me. And then on the third day, we're gonna talk about editing the pictures, and I think we're gonna talk about the style as well. How to find your own style, and about the steps to take from taking your hobby into a full-time job, into a job, yeah.
Cool, okay. I mean, food photography seems like a very particular kind of art. I mean, there are other photographers out there who maybe do a lot of wedding stuff, a lot of portraiture stuff, and they've maybe tried to do this kind of product photography and not be able to hit the mark. So it is an art unto itself, would you say?
Yeah, I think when I started, because it was passion for me. This is what I wanted to do. I started off shooting food, and because I'm really passionate about food. But when I was saying to other photographers what I do, they all said and agreed that this is one of the worst subjects to photograph. But I think it's because of how you manage the food, because there is a lot of things to consider. The styling, the propping, that's really important in food photography. So I think maybe that's why it makes it more difficult. But I have never really done any other photography other than for my own. So it's really difficult to say whether it is the most difficult to photograph food.
But it's that thing about making it pop, making the food pop and seem to become alive and be three-dimensional almost. It's very, very difficult actually to do that, even with a really fancy camera and difficult lighting. It's difficult to give it that perspective.
A lot of things that actually make the image, and colors. I love to use colors, and I think colors make the food to actually pop out. So yeah, and styling is very important, and the props you use. But we're gonna talk about all that during the course. So
yeah, I can't wait. We've got 4 different setups. Can you tell us about the 4 different setups that we're going to be shooting?
Yeah, of course. So on the first day, I'll do a little demonstration. What happens during the creative process of creating food pictures, and we're gonna picnicking. We will be picnicking in the studio, so that's gonna be great fun. And on the second day, we'll shoot products. So I'll be shooting some local and seasonal products, vegetables, and we'll have some amazing cake. We'll have an amazing cake to shoot and style, and we'll also have some autumn soup, to style and shoot. So I think it's right in the season. It's going to be right in the season.
Great. And something that you said in a Q&A that we did, which is on our blog at the minute, if anybody wants to read it, is about the demand for food photography at the minute. There's a real, because the food industry at the minute is really flying. You know, restaurants are so popular, and the artisan food and everything is so popular. Then therefore the need for food photography is at a height at the minute. Would you say? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a foodie for a long, long time, and for me, it's absolutely fascinating to see how the industry is thriving and that people want to learn to cook. You know, they want to cook more and they want to taste more, and you know, people start to realize the quality of food is, you know, it's better to have better quality food, and I think it's great to see the industry thriving, and I think that's why there is such a huge demand on food photography, because it's everywhere. Honestly, when you look around, it's like you are basically surrounded by food photography, which is, you know, it's great because it gives great opportunities for photographers.
Absolutely, yeah. There's so many really interesting food photographers on Instagram in particular.
Yeah.
You're big on there yourself. You're quite active on Instagram. If anybody wants to follow you, Bea.
It's great, you know. Instagram is, yeah, it's my favorite. I must say, it is my favorite, and I've met a lot of friends. You know, I've made a lot of friendships through Instagram as well, which is, you know, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I must say the quality of photography is wow. You know, it's evolving. It's great because, you know, it motivates me, it motivates everybody to see, you know, how it's evolving, and it gives you inspiration all the time. Yeah, there are a lot of amazing people out there who, you know, put their work for other people to see. So yeah, Instagram is the best.
Right, and will you be touching on how to promote yourself as a food photographer during your class?
Say that again, sorry.
Will you be explaining how to promote yourself as a food photographer during your
Yeah, that's one of the basics of the business, you know. Sometimes jobs find you, or sometimes you've got to get out there and find jobs, and, you know, where do you want to see your photography? You know, there is a lot of opportunities for food photographers. You know, you can create pictures for magazines or cookbooks, or, you know, maybe you are interested in telling the stories of some local shops or local businesses, you know, people who are actually really passionate about food and they grow their own food or they make their own food. So yeah, we'll definitely talk about that. You know, this is one of the essentials of the business. You know, go out there and think about where you want to see your photography and, you know, promote yourself. That's really, really important.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, behind us here we have some of your images. So here we've got a lovely photograph of a cake, and we're going to be reproducing something similar. We're going to be doing a chocolate cake during your class.
We just want to make everyone hungry.
Can't wait. Well, the whole team can't wait. We're going to eat it all. And then we've got another one here, another of your images, which has fruit here, and it's in like a brown kind of drawer almost or something.
Yeah.
And it has some photographs here, and that's a family member of yours. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, it means a lot as well, you know, because I'm glad you picked this picture because it's one of my favorites, and it has got a special meaning as well, so that's really nice.
And whereabouts are you from, Bea? Where do you come from?
I come from Poland.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I have been in the UK for 9 years, but yeah, I was born and I was brought up in Poland.
And what was the food like there when you were growing up? Whenever you were a kid, did it play a big part in your life?
Right, I was very, very lucky because my mom is an amazing cook. So I think it was just natural that I was going to follow. You know, because I've been surrounded by this food all the time, and she would cook, you know, these delicious meals every day, and the cakes and everything, you know. So my memories of my family home is, you know, the smell of home baked cakes, and, you know, so that's great. Yeah, the food in Poland is really, really nice, you know, and I'm not saying that only because I come from there. But a lot of my friends who go to Poland, you know, they are surprised because they don't know the cuisine, and they say it's really tasty. Why don't we know this? You know. So yeah, I think this is yeah, definitely Poland is where my roots are. If we talk about food, you know.
Yeah, excellent. I mean, a big thing in your class is going to be using produce from where you are, local produce and real fresh produce as well. So it's gonna be a big part of the class.
The ingredients make the dish. That's really important in food photography, and we'll be talking about that as well. You know, how to find the ingredients and about food. Beautiful food makes beautiful pictures.
Nice line. I like that. Okay, we'll leave it there. We'll look forward to seeing you next week when you're over here in Derry with us.
Okay, I can't wait.
Yeah, and we hope everybody tunes in to the live broadcast. We'll see you next week with Bea.
Okay, so I can't wait. Really excited, and I'll see you next week.
Excellent. See you later.
Okay. Bye. Bye. Bye.